Hey Grow family, Pastor Roland here. Today's Friday, and that means it's day 6 of Holy Week. Now our reading takes us right back to the Gospel of Matthew, and we'll be in chapter 27. After being betrayed in the garden by Judas and handed over to Roman authorities, Jesus is rushed through trial. He's going to be mocked, he's going to be beaten, he's going to be scourged, he's going to go through an exorbitant and an extreme amount of pain. And now he's hanging on a cross. So let's read together in Matthew 27, beginning in verse 45. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? And some of the bystanders hearing it said, This man is calling Elijah. And one of them at once ran, took a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a reed, and gave it to him to drink. But the others said, Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him. And Jesus cried out again, and with a loud voice, he yielded up his spirit. And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom. The earth shook, rocks were split, the tombs were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many. When the centurion and those who were with him, keeping watch over Jesus, saw the earthquake and what took place, they were filled with awe and said, Truly, this was the Son of God. So what can we learn from our passage today? Well, there's a couple of things to make notice of. Jesus is taking the entire sin of the universe, past sin, present sin, future sin, and he is bearing it upon his soul and his body. And he's crying out to God. But here we read that God has forsaken him. Well, what does that mean? Well, we know that God is perfect, holy, and righteous, and that Jesus is paying the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of humanity. So God turns away from his son Jesus so that he might turn to you and me. Jesus is the Savior of the world. He is the one who has given his life for the forgiveness of his people. But not only that, we read that the temple veil was torn from top to bottom. You see, within the temple, there was a place called the Holy Place, and there was another place called the Holy of Holies, or the Most Holy Place. Now, once a year, the high priest would enter into the Most Holy Place to offer sacrifices for God's people. But now we read that the veil that separated those two places was torn from top to bottom, meaning that all now have access to God's holy place. Jesus is our great high priest. He takes us from being apart from God and ushers us into his presence, the most holy place. Church, we would be wise to take that to heart, that Jesus is our Savior, that he is our great high priest that grants us access to God the Father. Church, tune in tomorrow as we discover what the significance of Saturday holds. Jesus has died. He's placed in the grave, but he won't stay there long. Church, I want you to know that I love you and I'm thinking about you.